This week on the channel, I review the Ninja 650 KRT Performance. It's there in the background somewhere. Let's get on with the review. So the Ninja 650 comes with a liquid-cooled 4-stroke parallel twin engine. It is exceptionally torquey. It gives 68 brake horsepower at 8,000 revs. Gives 65.7 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 revs. So you can see that the power is all in that mid-range. The rev limiter is starting to red out at the kind of 10,000 revs. So it's all very, very usable power. So the Ninja 650 comes in 3 editions. This one is the Performance Edition. You have the Akropovich exhaust, as you can see here. You have the colour-coded pillion seat cover to make it look much more sporty. They add the tank pad in, and as we come around the front, you will see that the windshield screen has been smoke darked out, and just to give it that more sporty dark look. Now let's turn the ignition on. Let's have a little look at the lights on this bike, because it comes with LED lights at the front. Turn the indicators off would help, Michael. So let's turn the ignition on. Let's have a look at the lights at the front. Comes with LED lights at the front, and if we come around to the rear, got that very distinctive X red cross rear light, brake lights there. One thing you will want to do, unfortunately EU law requires that the number plate is displayed behind the furthest point of the rear wheel, so that number plate holder is going to need a bit of a tail tidy, because that does not particularly look very good in my opinion, but that's just unfortunately EU law that's been adopted by the UK. There's not a lot that you can do about that. That is what's happening with all bikes coming out of the showrooms. So the bike's got a 15-litre tank. It's going to cost you what, anywhere between around £20 to fill it up, giving a 50 mile per gallon. You're going to get roughly 160 miles out of it. You can see from the TFT dash, if it will zoom in on it, at the bottom there, the 72.2, that is the average miles per gallon that I'm actually getting on the bike. The update for 2021 was this TFT dash, and I have to say it is exceptional. It does not matter the light that is behind you. If the sun is right behind you, the sun is right on it, you can see that dash. The other updates were fairly minor. There was a gap here on the windshield. That's all been filled in now. The bike also comes with ABS brakes. They are fantastic. You're going to see that in the test ride. So yeah. So the Ninja 650 in the UK starts at 7,099, £7,099, going up to 7,299. The 7,099 is for the black colour. If you want these green, black and white, or the white and black, the pearl white and black, goes to 7,299. The Performance Edition is here, starts at 8,299 for the black, and then up to 8,449 for this colour and the white and black. So the versatility of the Ninja 650 is really shown by the fact that it's one standard core bike, but there's also a Tourer edition, and that comes in around 7,799 and 7,900 approximately, which turns the standard bike into a touring sports tourer. So you can see that the platform that they've built this bike on offers such a range of capability in this mid-range sports bike. So let's get the bike started up. Let's see what it sounds like. Let's get it on. TFT coming on. You hear that exhaust kicking in, give it a little bit of rev. Yeah, it's an aggressive bike, especially without a proper bit of exhaust on. It's a very good sounding bike. So, the Ninja 650 comes with a 790mm, 79cm standard seat height. As we've mentioned in previous videos, we have a 77cm seat height here. We've got a Kawasaki part that has lowered the seat by 2 centimeters. Something they've introduced because of their training schools, where they're realising that shorter people are starting to ride motorbikes. They need to have the capability to give people more confidence to get their feet down. So, let's get on the bike, and you can see. So, you can see I can get my leg over fairly well. I'm not very tall, I'm 5'4", 27.5 inch inseam. Really interesting that I know my inseam in inches, but I know the seat height in centimetres and millimetres. So, if I look down, you can probably see I'm on my tiptoes at each side, but the bike is balanced. I can balance the bike, I can stop it, and with one foot on the brake, very comfortable. I can shift off and go flat-footed if I need to, but I don't typically go that far over. I try and keep most of my bum on the seat and have my ball of my foot on there. So, we're going to pull off from here. And let's see what this bike can do. So as I've said, this bike comes in at 8,449. It's the kind of upper price range of the range. You kind of have the standard model. You then have the Tourer, which would fall somewhere in the middle, and then you've got the performance model, which we have here right at the top. The upgraded exhaust is obviously the majority of the cost here, but I think it's worth it. I mean, the sound of the bike, for me, the look of the sports bike, it gave me a sportier look, but without being a 600 Super Sport. So let's get this up to national speed limit. And you can see at 60 mile an hour national speed limit here in the UK on a single carriageway road, the bike cruises easily. It's doing 4,000 revs in 6th gear. It loves riding along at this pace. It's designed to ride on UK speed limited roads. It's not a super sport bike. It's not going to be scaring you. It's not going to try and throw you off. I mean, don't get me wrong, you've got to watch it. It will go. It's got a top speed of about 135 mile an hour, which is a good 65 mile an hour faster than you're allowed to go in the UK. And some would argue, therefore, you don't actually need anything more than this if you're going to buy a motorbike. It just cruises along beautifully. It's so smooth. And it's very, very popular with people who want to commute. It's a great commuting bike. Even if you don't go for the Tourer, package that puts the panniers on the back, gives you some storage, you go for something sportier like this and you've got your backpack or whatever on. I mean, I've been riding this sensibly. We've only done 300 miles on the bike, so I've been riding it sensibly, and I'm at 72 miles per gallon. It's incredible. Now you might see, as I'm accelerating, that the dash starts to flash at me to warn me to change gear. So the bike doesn't want you to absolutely thrash it. Now you can set this up however you want. It was set up as standard at gear change at 4,000 revs, but even the guy at Kawasaki told me that's going to annoy you. So we amended it to 6,000 revs to prompt a gear change. So it's trying to get you to ride in an economical way. So we're on the dual carriageway now. Don't know how the sound's going to be with the microphone. Hopefully it's okay. Obviously there's a bit more wind. We're doing 70 miles an hour now. We're doing 70, so I'll let you decide how fast that car's going. The bike holds its own. I mean, it's doing 70 miles an hour in 6 at 5,500 revs, sorry. So it's a very comfortable ride for it. Now I haven't messed around with the preload on the suspension. It's just kind of as it came, and that feels fairly good for my weight. I'm about 70 kilos. So that's it's set up very well for me at 70 kilos. Obviously it can be stiffened, it can be loosened, and again loosening it might be an idea. It might lower it a little bit more if that's needed. Making sure we stay under 30, because just behind this tree, hidden nicely, is one of our friends, the speed camera. It's interesting. So I've shifted my bum right back on the seat because I'm often very far forward. Obviously I'm a lot more stretched now. It's quite comfy back there. Yeah, I'll move it forward again in case I need to put my foot down. So we're going to head back into Durham. Going to head through Durham town centre. So we're going to head back into Durham, head through Durham town centre now. It's going to give us an idea how the bike is. I mean, I'm in 4th gear. It's doing almost 3,000 revs. It's very comfortable at 30 miles an hour in 4th. So you'll see as a shorter rider, I mean, I was trained left foot down, right foot on the brake, and even if the bike was to go the other way to the right, I mean, I can take my foot off the brake, I can centre it, I can touch both sides, I'm fairly comfortable. Yeah, this bike doesn't really want to be in 1st gear. It's not ratioed for a long 1st gear at all.
So everyone in America watching this video, those prices, 139.9 and 130 whatever it was for petrol, are per litre, not per gallon. They are per 1 litre of fuel. Welcome to the world of fuel and UK fuel duty, UK fuel tax. They are it is incredibly expensive, and I will say over the last month, 6 weeks, this being filmed in July 2021, prices have gone up massively. So in the middle of the lockdown of 2020, like April, those prices were closer to £1. So they've gone up 30% in just over a year. So we're going through the town, lots of speed bumps to keep speed down, because in effect we're heading towards a high street. But the bike's not trying to throw me off, the suspension deals with them. Obviously I'm not hitting them very fast, I'm sub 20 mile an hour going through here. So you're getting a nice tour of Durham town centre. For those of you that don't know Norfolk very well, Durham's a small market town where I live in mid-Norfolk. We're probably about 45 minutes away from the North Norfolk coast. Come on mate, you need to get around the corner, you're going to get me killed. I won't give him too much grief, because he is learning and will stay back nicely, but if he's going to go, he needs to go. The look change of the screen at the front, removing the pillion seat, just makes it look a bit sportier. But overall, I would highly recommend this. It is a fantastic bike if it is your first bike and you're just getting into riding. I would definitely point your attention towards Kawasaki Ninja. The low seat height is going to give you a lot of confidence being able to get your feet down. I mean, you'll be able to flat foot this as standard if you're about 5'6" or higher. Definitely if you're female and 5'6", maybe 5'6", 5'7" as a guy, just on basic biometric measurements that women tend to have longer legs. It's comfortable to drive. There's not a great deal of vibration through the handlebars. A little bit, I guess. No, not a lot. Right, now this junction, you look at it. Take a look at that nasty little thing. If you're short, that is the worst junction in the whole of the UK. I refuse to come down here on my bike and turn right. It is ridiculous. It's downhill, steeply downhill on your front wheel when you stop at the line. It is sloping away from you in both directions downhill. So if you can't flat foot the bike, even holding it on the brake, the bike's just trying to fall away from you in the opposite direction. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I refuse to bring my bike down here. So that's it from me, guys. Please, if you've ridden the Kawasaki Ninja, if you've got one, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of this review. What do you want to see next time? What didn't you like? Give the video a thumbs up. Share it with a friend that's thinking of getting a Kawasaki Ninja. And until next time, ride safely.